Warning: this program typically features strong language, sexual innuendo, politically incorrect commentary, and real stories from the road. Viewer discretion is advised. We left off last time hanging out with the Lifestyle Overland crew up in Alaska. In this episode, we start off en route to Prince Rupert, BC, some 1,400 kilometers away from where we were previously. And this time, we're hopping on a 7-hour ferry heading west to visit the stunning archipelago of Haida Gwaii.
Jessica's restaurant. It's my shit.
What up, Moby Dickin'? I see you. I see you, Moby Dickin'. Am I looking good? Got water. I'm just that. Oh, we need an on-staff makeup person to make sure that I always look good. Well, whatever. We are in line to get on a ferry to go to Haida Gwaii. I think that our lane is going to start moving here pretty soon. Haida Gwaii. Actually, I don't even know if it's called Haida Gwaii. People call it Haida Gwaii, but I think Haida Gwaii
Might be the whole archipelago.
Is that what it is? Okay, and then the islands have different names.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to an archipelago called Haida Gwaii. I don't know very much about it except that a lot of people say you should go there and that it's beautiful and do hiking and camping and go to museums and stuff. I'll be honest, I hate museums. No, I don't hate museums. I just really have to be in the mood to be in a museum, right? Because there's so much reading that you have to do and walking around and Jessica saying, hey, come look at this. And then she reads me something or is reading something and I finish reading it about 10 minutes before she does. And then I have to sit there hanging out pretending that it didn't take me, 30 seconds to read 4 sentences.
You done?
Yeah, I'm finished. That's not entirely true, but it is kind of true. I read a lot faster than Jessica.
That's true.
It is an 8-hour ferry ride. 8 hours?
Yeah, I think it's 7 hours there, 8 hours back, or something like that.
It's 7 hours there and 8 hours back because of the prevailing winds in the stratosphere. Make the airplane go slower. I don't know why that's important because we're going to be on a boat.
I'm on a boat, bitch. We drinking.
What's up?
Linus is making people snicker all the way down the aisle
That's our word.
with his stupid face and derpy tongue.
Hey, Linus, do you want some love? Why are you angry?
Linus, what is wrong with you today? You, sir, are going to be in big trouble. He straight up bit my nose.
That's not hard to do. You kind of afraid of being on this boat? I'm kind of scared of it. For some reason, that might be why Linus is all stupid today, because he knows we're going to sink. We're going to hit an iceberg. Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
What's up, stupid?
I'm super dumb. Do you hear how I stuttered just then? That's proof. I'm into the blah, 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 super dumb. That's what I said.
Yeah, looks like you.
Yeah, kind of, from years ago.
Yeah.
All right.
Carry on?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Good. Thanks, man.
Have a nice trip.
I almost said, you too. But then I remembered he's not going on a trip. I am going on a trip. He's not going on a trip. I am going on a trip. I am going on a ferry. I think it's kind of scary. Look at my face. It's super, super hairy.
Look at that overgrown old pier thing.
Pier
That's cool.
Maximum 20 kmh. You messed up my song, by the way. I was fucking going.
I allowed you to stop while you were ahead.
Oh, I appreciate that. Which way do I go? He didn't tell me. Oh, this boat is called, in my opinion, 9408413.
All right, slow down, babe. There's this guy's.
Can I get a high five? Yeah! Like we're on. I legitimately almost fell out of the truck just now. All right, let's see where we're going. We got a Haida Gwaii map. It's waterproof, tear resistant. Really not good for cleanup, if you know what I'm saying. Look at the size of this thing. That didn't go as well as I'd hoped. I had imagined this just draping over the hood, being super Africa, you know, like they do in the movies. But it didn't work out that way.
There's a museum.
Okay, Haida Gwaii Museum, yeah. That'd be cool to go to.
Order to see this. I'm gonna need to climb.
Get on up. Do you even know what you're doing?
Sometimes. Okay. What do we got here?
Of shipwreck, Graham G7. So here's 7. Right here.
Okay.
Nipple Mountain. There's plenty of off-roading apparently. Mm-hmm. Where do you want to go tonight?
Well, I mean, if we don't...
Upon arriving on Haida Gwaii, we set off down one of the myriad forest roads on the island in search of a place to camp for the evening. We wanted to be somewhere for sunset, and boy, were we in for a show. What are we looking at? What are we looking at?
Look at this silicone breast implant that I found on the beach.
You can use that for me. What does it feel like?
Super smooth and way more firm.
Ooh, that does feel friggin' weird.
Right? It's more firm than I thought it would be.
It's really cold. My finger's burning now.
You feel it?
Yep, definitely. Don't rub anything. Yo, look at this sunset, Jessica. Is that not just unbelievable?
Gorgeous. I'm glad we're here.
You guys, this sunset. I mean, this is why I wanted to get over to this side of the coast, was because I knew the sunset would be at least cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Good call.
But holy cow, man, look at this thing. Don't look too hard. Don't look directly into it.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, no problem. I'm here to help you, you know? I know you're not as good at nature as I am. But jellyfish, awesome sunset, really beautiful coastline, super beautiful camp spot.
feels so good to be back in the rainforest.
Right?
Love
After the tundra?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
The tundra and the boreal forest. Awesome birds out there hunting.
Oh, yeah? All right, let's do a light test. So here are the KC headlights. And now the KC headlights bright. And then we got our little foggies that had some nice fill. And then the KC HIDs, which friggin' crush it. What do you think? Do you approve?
Yeah.
Good.
Hey, little deer. Hi.
Such a beautiful deer.
Is it blind in the left eye?
Is that a baby or is that a full-grown, like, different type of deer?
I'm not sure.
The next morning, we arose before sunrise to get an early jump on the day, where we were greeted by a beautiful sunrise and a rainforest beckoning us to explore. Ooh, boy, you guys stink.
Oh, look at that. You can see the eggs and stuff.
Oh, those are salmon eggs.
Yeah.
Man, that really stinks.
Why don't you just take your fingernail and just scrape it on the side of that one right there?
I almost stepped on this other fish, too.
That's what I was just trying to tell you. Yeah, I said be careful, there's a fish right below you.
Word? Were you really?
I said
No
that.
such thing. Look at this one.
Yeah.
Something's eating them. Maybe like a fox. So what's that hunt mean?
I just
If I recall correctly, a certain species develop that. Maybe it's just the males when they're ready to spawn.
What does that mean? They're ready to just release sperm into the water?
Yeah, when they're ready to breed. But I'm not sure if it's just males or females or what.
So what you're saying is these salmon got blue balls? Well, because they're like all juiced up and ready to bust. I'm ready to bust a salmon nut.
I feel like we can just go grab one, yeah?
I know, right? Go grab one. Why?
Because I don't want to.
As you can see, my face is just covered in fur. I'm going crazy, so I have petitioned Jessica vigorously for us to leave this forest and go into a town here in Haida Gwaii so that I can get my whiskers unwhiskered, because man, I like having a beard and all, but sometimes it just gets to a point where I got cheese in it and sour cream, tortillas. Essentially what I'm saying is that an entire quesadilla can be found within the confines of my beard, and I hate that feeling. So I want to go get my hairs did. What do you think, Jessica?
Let's do it. That was a thumb. Let's do it.
Look at this, you guys. I'm getting ready to cut all these friggin' whiskers off at Yasim's barbershop in Haida Gwaii. I'm gonna feel so much better and be so much less grouchy.
Yay!
What are you trying to say?
You've been a grouch.
Finally, in the barber's chair, Yasim set about getting me straightened out and looking my freshest. All while telling me about the new life he hoped to create on this quiet island in Canada since leaving Iraq after the US-led invasion. All right, we've made it to the Haida Gwaii Cultural Center. I think that's what this place is called. Haida Gwaii Cultural Center. I didn't actually just read that, I just said it super slow. I don't know if cameras are allowed inside. Jessica seems to think they are not. Regardless, we're going in, camera or not. I would also like to point out that I got my hairs did just now, and I feel so fresh, like a bucket of milk. Like a bucket of cold milk. We just finished at the Haida Gwaii Museum. Really fascinating stuff. You're not allowed to film in the museum, you're not allowed to take pictures or anything, but I gotta tell you, if you ever come to Haida Gwaii, go to the museum. Really, really cool stuff in there. A lot of really fascinating history about how the place became settled and how the land was, and that this place actually used to not be covered in trees. It was kind of like Arctic tundra back in the last glacial epoch. Pretty freaking cool, man. That kind of stuff is fascinating to me. It was also fascinating to me to read that these people here already had copper and iron, and that they traded with a lot of the tribes and bands of other humans that were in this northwest area, which is fascinating to me because I'm all about trade and market exchanges and things like that. It's cool to see that that was something that they did long before Europeans showed up. And then when the Europeans showed up, they kind of screwed everything up, which, you know, that's kind of the history of the Western Hemisphere, isn't it? What can I say? We've made it to some kind of little food truck trailer thing, and we're about to have some teriyaki wings and honey garlic wings and fries, and I am so friggin' excited for that because we haven't hardly eaten anything today and I'm hungry. And then we're gonna keep heading north on the island to see sunset at a place called Masset. I think that's what we're going to do. We'll see if we get that far. It's pretty far away. We ended up not driving to Masset that evening, opting instead to drive on the coast and visit the 90-year-old Pasuta shipwreck on East Beach just north of the Tlel River. And then, after visiting the shipwreck, we spent a little time on the beach with Sweet Petunia, where the cool breeze and moist sand and rocks made her come alive and stretch her aching legs as she made a Herculean effort to gallop in pursuit of us along the beach. We didn't know it then, but that would be the last coastline Petunia would ever run on. Her health taking a turn for the worse only a few short months later. But we still have some ground to cover before we get to that story. After all, our time on Haida Gwaii has not yet come to an end. We'll pick up here next time. Until then, live free and drive hard.
All right, we are 15 minutes outside of Haida Gwaii, or from docking.
Alright Wanderers, that's it for this one. If you enjoyed it, consider supporting our channel with a subscription on Patreon or by heading over to our store and checking out the swag. Either way, we hope to see you guys in the next one.